Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as they're... We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs him off. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Keenum throwing on second. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Detroit! 3rd and long. It's Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do snap it to Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Second down following the run. Again, it's Murray. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Got a man, it's right. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the red zone, it's Keenum. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year.
And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Gabriel, the man in motion. Ryan now to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be, because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Here's Keenum to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Ryan on 2nd down. A left side completion to Jones. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
They'll try to run with Murray. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think that they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. His throw caught right around the 6. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll look to run with Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They come out here in the eye. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They go with Murray again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Here we go now. Watch it. 4 down. Over.
Keenum. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Shakes off the sack. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Diggs going in motion right. To throw is Keenum. And right with it here over the middle. A good pick up there at 22. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
To the ground game. Here's Murray. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw on second down is Keenum. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adrian Claiborne able to drop him for a loss of 4. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jarek McKinnon, 43 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at that. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field. Punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for them?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it left side with Murray. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Toss play to McKinnon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.